So this is a very random ass video. I was sitting here doing some work on my tablet, or iPad rather. It is an iPad. But okay, so I review things that I have bought and give you my for real 100% opinion. And I know I've talked about this before. Now this is a BlendJet. And this is the BlendJet version 2. I have version 1 that I bought originally, which is okay. But I always said, I wish it would do this. I wish it would do that. I wish it could blah, 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 blah. And they fixed that in version 2. Now, they've got some new patterns and design. They have like a Lisa Frank one now. I'm not about to buy no another BlendJet. It's not necessary. They made it bigger, which I was hoping for. They made it so it charges faster. They also made it so it can be used while it's charging. You have to have a certain amount of charge before you do that. If it's completely dead, it won't do that. But you can plug it in for like 10 minutes and then it will blend your stuff. And then you could go plug it back in again later. But this is apple, half of a Granny Smith apple. I cut it with a quarter and about 7 or 8 cherries that I just cut the pit out of. I need a cherry pitter. I mean, do I really need a cherry pitter? I mean, I guess I don't. Anyway, about, I want to say somewhere between 7 to 10 cherries and then a banana. Let me just tell you, I didn't put any of my powder in this, but that's okay. Yummy. Banana makes smoothies sweeter, as an FYI. Just want to let you know that. It does give a smoothie that you don't have to add any sugar. The banana does sweeten it up. I will say, if you're not a fan of bananas, just my stomach is growling. Sorry, I'm hungry. That's why I made the smoothie. Add a little bit of banana, maybe add little bits of banana and taste it in between if you're not a banana fan, because this whole banana, it's very overpowering. Banana can be strong too. Now, when I use the, what is that stuff that I put in? It tastes so bad. But if you add it, okay, let me go downstairs in the kitchen and grab it and show it to you because I'm completely drunk. Okay. The moringa powder. So I usually try and put some of this in my smoothies. I completely forgot. I came upstairs. I put everything in there and blended it while I was up here and completely forgot about the moringa powder. So I will tell you, this was strong as fuck. And the first time I started using this, and this has lasted me for like 2 years. The first time I started using this, I put way too much. I drank the smoothie, but it was disgusting. I also did not have any banana in that smoothie. So I learned my lesson. Banana makes this much more tolerable. So I use a half of a teaspoon. Sometimes I use a whole teaspoon. Now this is pretty banana-y. So I'm going to go ahead and put a whole teaspoon in. So 2 of the halves. And I just keep this teaspoon in there in the container. And then I'm just gonna put the top on this and blend it one more time. Usually I would put the powder in first so it gets blended well. Things that sit on top, it can be hit or miss with. Like I put the apples in first so they're near the blade. Then I put the cherries in, then I put the banana in because the banana is softer. So I put the harder to blend stuff on the bottom. Usually that's my go-to. So just let that stir up a little bit. Now this also has like a pulse. I've never used it because I don't really need to pulse anything. And I've done ice in this. You couldn't do that in the BlendJet 1. I'm gonna tell you that right now. BlendJet 2, you can do ice. I've done margaritas in this bad boy. Blend that ice up and put that little pre-made margarita mix on top. Good to go. But yeah, I think there's a pulse feature. I have the little booklet, but it's downstairs and I'm not going back down there. Anywho. The moringa powder, you can do your protein powder with the banana and milk or whatever your base is you want to use for your liquid. I just use water in this, distilled water. So husband only drinks distilled water. He says it just tastes better to him, and it quenches his thirst better, and it feels more refreshing. So I've been using that in my smoothies, unless I'm somewhere where I don't have distilled water. Then I'll just use whatever water, a bottle of water, some kind of filtered water, even on occasion tap water if I absolutely don't have anything else. You need some kind of liquid. That could even be ice. I could have done ice. I don't want an icy cold smoothie. My smoothies don't necessarily have to be slushy for me to drink them. It's more about what's the benefits, the health benefits of what I put in there, more so than liquid. Now I did put a little bit too much water. I usually like mine a little thicker than this, but it's fine. I'll drink it anyway. But this is again a random ass video. I was like, you know what? I should tell people about the blend jet. I don't think I've talked about this enough. And the reason I'm talking about it now is because I'm getting back to being healthy again. So I am now eliminating for myself, not for the household, but for myself, I am beginning to eliminate breads and pastas. I'm, of course, eating up what I have in here. And as I'm cooking for him, I'm just going to be making myself either a salad or a smoothie or eating fruit or something like that. I'm trying to up my fruit and raw vegetable intake and decrease my carbs, such as the carbs from breads, from pastas, which you've been eating a lot of, and decrease my meat consumption or poultry consumption, because that's all I eat is poultry. Trying to decrease that as well. Be eating a lot of bread lately. Eating a lot of chicken sausage on a bun like a hot dog lately, because it's quick and easy lunches for me. So I'm thinking now we got to get back into smoothies, because this is something I can pack to work. All I have to do is pack everything in the container, put the fruit in the container, and then take a little bottle of water with me and then splend it at the time I want to eat it or something like that. Because fruit's not going to go bad sitting in this for a few hours. So anyway, that's why I'm doing it. I'm also going to be going over to the rec center. I know I do work for Parks and Rec, but we don't get a free rec membership, which I think is some bullshit. But I'm going to go over to the rec center and get a membership. Now they have the yearly and they have the monthly. I'm going to start with the monthly for the first few months. If it makes sense, if I'm using it on a regular basis, then I will go ahead and do the yearly, because I think it's cheaper to do the yearly. Obviously, I think you save like 20 or 30 bucks doing the yearly or something like that. Anywho. So I'll let you guys know how this getting healthy and / fitness journey goes. I'll maybe do some check-ins maybe once a month or so. So consider this the official beginning of me starting my health journey. Either today or Monday, I'll be going over to get the membership to the rec center. And I think what I'm going to do is, since I work mostly mornings and I get off at 12:50, 1 o'clock, I'm going to go, and I'm literally walking distance from one of the rec centers. And you get access to all 7 rec centers in our city when you get that membership. So that's a good thing. They have classes, they have pools, they have workout rooms, all of that. So I was debating about Planet Fitness or that, but I feel like the rec center, one I could literally walk to if I wanted to from my house. The other is less than 10 minutes. So whereas the 2 Planet Fitnesses that are near me are probably about a 15 to 20 minute drive, and they're not in any kind of direction that I normally would go on an everyday basis. So I figured let me go within the membership for Planet Fitness is $22 for the black card if I want to go to different ones. And then the monthly membership for the rec center is $25, plus I get access to a pool and classes and all that. So I figured it was a better trade-off. Anyway, getting healthy, losing weight, firming up, and prepping for the next chapter of life, which is going to be a very big chapter. I'm going to tell you that right now, but I can't reveal any of it to you. I'm just going to keep dropping hints because it's super exciting, but I can't reveal any of it to you. Probably not for several months until I have a more firm, detailed plan that I can actually put out there. But I think I'm going to start doing some monthly updates with this. I'm going to take all my measurements and my weight when I start next week at working out and see where I'm starting, and then I'll do monthly check-ins. Anyway, Hope you're having a great weekend, as today is Saturday for me. And I'll see you next time. Okay. 1 teaspoon of moringa wasn't too much. I just barely tasted. Okay. Note to self.